Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of RegainReign. In this episode we're going to be talking about the International Space Station. International Space Station is probably the most impressive human engineering that we've ever done. It weighs over 1 million pounds, it's built by the combination of 15 countries getting in, and it has already hosted over 200 people as astronauts. It is made up of more than 140 different parts, and each one of them have been shuttled to the lower Earth orbit and assembled in space. Its main purpose is to understand how space affects human beings and gain more knowledge about when we want to step into the cosmos to further explore it. It allows us to understand how microgravity or even zero gravity affects our physiology, our medication, and other things that might affect us if we want to be a multiplanetary species. The structure of ISS has changed significantly since the beginning of the project. During its lifespan, extra modules and extra parts have been shipped into it, increasing it in size and capability, and updating it with the needs that would arise with improvement of different technologies. The main part of the ISS that keeps it all together and allows us to add new features is called the main truss. This truss gives the capability of adding in modules during time by just assembling it into the main structure. Additionally, on each module there are ports that allow us to actually add new features should the need arise. The next module, which is probably the most important one, are the solar panels, and they are responsible for creating power. Without them, nothing can actually function. Now, the living quarters can be attached to the main truss, and the solar panels will produce enough energy for them to run properly. From this point, it's possible to inhabit the ISS, and that means that there's another need arising, which is regulating the temperature inside the living quarters. This is done by the heat exchangers. A very fun but yet very useful module on the ISS is the robotic arm, which can be relocated to the places that have specific hinges that this robot arm can attach into. Other than this, there are different modules that act as different laboratories or different utilities that are responsible for managing waste, clearing water, producing oxygen, or just act as a storage. Now, there's a lot of times that there are maintaining issues or repairing issues that have to be fixed, and not all of them can be done automatically. That's when the astronauts perform a spacewalk. Spacewalk is a very delicate procedure, requires a lot of preparation and a lot of security measures, and all of them are directly supervised by NASA. And it probably has the coolest view any human has ever seen. If you doubt it, here's a video that NASA has shot in 4K from the ISS, and it's publicly available in NASA's image and video gallery. ISS might be the only project where humans put their differences aside, gathered around all their resources, and they worked towards a common goal. This project is the most beautiful example of what would happen if we pull together and work for the betterment of humanity and science. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it gives you a new vision of what we should do as a species.